Inside MMA, live from the UFC 135 weigh-ins, Friday, September 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern on HDNet. Your home for MMA.
Quentin, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good to see you. First thing I thought about when they said, okay, go and interview Quentin Jackson, I thought about the time that we were in Japan at the airport hotel, and friends of ours got a little crazy. We went to bed early.
Yeah,
they
I
got
remember.
a little crazy, fire extinguishers all over the place.
I remember that.
And the next day the police was there, and of course people thought that we were the ones who did it.
Why did
right?
they think that
Right
we
away.
did it?
It was the black guy and the bald guy. You know? And,
Those were crazy memories back
they
then.
were good
I
times.
remember that.
What has changed the most for you since Pride?
I got less Asian groupies. I'm joking. I'm joking.
There goes the black and these babies.
No, man, that would be in so much trouble saying that one. No, I'm joking. Yeah, you know, that's a great question. I think my privacy changed a lot. I have less privacy. Like in MMA, you never know who knows you. And like I go to a restaurant or a place, you know, you never know who be paying attention. And then later on at the end of your conversation with your friend, they ask you a question about Dana White or the UFC or something. That's like the most shocking thing. But you know what? The police, I love the police. Before, honestly, growing up in the neighborhood I grew up in, I really didn't have much love for the police.
But now they do.
But
because
now,
they have for you also.
Yeah, now the police are nice to me and stuff, and it's different. And that's really important, you know, and like to get pulled over by the police instead of being nervous and stuff like that. Because honestly, people don't understand. I've been threatened to be beat by the police before. The police have threatened to beat my ass before, so I never had a good encounter with them. So now the police pull me over and stuff.
Hey,
and
Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, if they notice, like I don't tell them if they recognize them, like you know they're really nice and so they're cool. If I deserve a ticket, they still give me a ticket. They treat me like a regular person most of the time, but. It's cool not to be afraid and worried about.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I counted the last 7 times they stopped me. They were all fans.
Yeah.
Like they all would see. One guy that was the funniest. He came up to the car and his partner came on the other side and they were like walking. And he, for fun, he goes, pull back. And the other guy, man, he's scared, you know. And then he started laughing. He said, "Yeah, it's Bas Rutten. Hey, what's up?" But the other guy almost had a heart attack.
He could have got you shot.
Yeah. Just kidding. What would you imagine? You have to choose. It's a hard question.
Okay.
Like the top of the prime time, the peak of Pride, or the peak like right now is the UFC. If you have to choose an event where to fight, what would you do?
Man, I tell you honestly, I miss those Pride rules. I miss the fans where you can hear your cornerman. You know. Yeah. That's important. You forget how important it is.
Yeah.
I would have to choose the peak of Pride. Like I would have to, the energy that the Japanese fans bring when that song comes. That's why I came out to the Pride song my last fight, because the energy that it brought me. But the fans are different, so the energy wasn't 100% there. The Japanese fans, I have to honestly say they bring a different energy to the fight, and I really like the energy that they bring. I'm not saying it's better or worse, but in my opinion, I would rather fight in front of them.
I tell you what it is. It is you fight more relaxed in front of them, and the reason is that they don't care if you win or lose.
Exactly, that's what it is.
As long as you fight. That changed me.
Yeah.
Changed me as a fighter.
Yeah.
Can we see, because I've been waiting for the Rampage Slam a long time.
Man, you know, I've been wanting to do that, but that slam is
kind of expected.
Yeah, it's its own curse.
Yeah.
Is that now people know how to defend it. Vanderlei showed people that after the Arona fight, I fought Vanderlei, if I can remember, and he put the triangle on me just to show people how to defend it. As soon as I picked him up, he defended it, and you know, just to show people. Like, and I know I fought Vanderlei before. I know he's not going to go and triangle choke me. Yeah. But he did it just to show people how to block the slam. So after that, you know, people waiting on it, and then I tried to do Arona with the armbar. I tried to get forwards with the armbar slam. Yeah. Because you know it's the same principles as a triangle. Yep. But people know, you know, people know how to defend it. And now, you know, since I've been fighting the UFC, there's a lot of great wrestlers in the UFC, you know.
Plus like, they see footage. They see somebody getting knocked out by a slam. They go like, I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. And they train for that. And so, like, the fans been asking a lot for it. And you know, I like to deliver for my hardcore fans, but they just don't understand. Like, you know, it's those type of things are not planned.
Yeah, it comes.
It comes.
It comes when it comes. It's like a knockout. You know,
Yeah.
once you start focusing on a knockout, they always say a knockout will bring itself.
Right.
Talking about Vanderlei, you know, we talked about you avenged Vanderlei later on, you know, in the UFC, knocked him out. Do you ever have that feeling with Mauricio Shogun? Because I've always thought when they feeded you, they gave you Vanderlei, right away they give you Ninja, right away they give you SI. You know, that they were playing a game at that time.
Yeah,
I knew
know,
that.
yeah.
And you guys didn't have a lot of respect towards each other.
No,
you
no,
know, and
yeah.
I always thought, you know, that's a black page that you want to
Yeah, I tell you, like, the main reason why I turned down this fight with Shogun recently, because, you know, so I was overweight. I wasn't training for my fight. And that happens, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's one of my hang-ups, one of my flaws. But the main reason was, like, when I fought Shogun the first time, I came in with a really bad ankle injury where I couldn't run to get my cardio. And because I really didn't have the sparring partner that I have now. I had to hire sparring partners back then. And I hired this clown who would, when I come in to punch him, he would throw low ankle kicks and dislocated my ankle. And I'm paying the guy. I'm paying the guy to hurt me. So
Didn't work out.
It didn't work out. You fired. Never use him again.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to hang with these top, you know, strikers, and you know, and because back then I didn't have people, and they always hunted me that I couldn't, you know, fight at 100% or close to 100% Shogun, and I went out there with a stupid game plan, 10-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Knew I didn't have cardio.
Yeah.
And I was gonna, you know, take it slow and just, you know, fight my fight, and he just jumped on me.
Yeah.
So I said in my mind, like, I know I'll get a rematch with him one day, and I want to be close to 100%, and I'm gonna fight the fight that I originally planned on fighting him the first time around when I was training for him. So that's why I couldn't take the fight with Shogun. I got all respect for Shogun. He's a nice guy. You know, he never says anything disrespectful about me. You know what I'm saying? He's a great fighter. And I could tell his last fight, he was rusty. It was a good chance that I probably could have done great against him, but I wouldn't even made the weight. So I want to fight Shogun when it's time to fight.
You know, that's the thing also with the Rashad fight. You know, the focus goes so much to losing weight, it becomes a nightmare. You know? You want to have, that's actually the reason I always fought heavyweight. You know, I was 203. They say, oh, you can easily make under 200. I say, but I don't want that stress. You know, because it's always when you need to be under 200, you're not going to be. You know, it's like when you have a toothache and you go to the dentist, it stops. You know, it's always like that. And that's the same with weight, I guess. How was the relationship with Vanderlei? Is that ever come good between you guys, or is that still a little rocky?
Well, you never know about Vanderlei. You know what I'm saying? I could tell he's a nice guy to his fans and stuff like that. But he was the type of fighter, like you remember him in Pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay away. Like, he don't want any fighters getting close to him and stuff like that. So I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like that. You know, I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that, but he actually talked to me after the fight with him and Michael Bisping. The first time we ever had a conversation, and I think he did a great job. And you know, I always respect Vanderlei as a fighter because when he fights, he comes and he brings it. So you gotta respect fighters like that. You know, I watch a Vanderlei fight any day.
John Jones. Let's talk about John Jones.
Yeah,
what do you think of John Jones?
I think John Jones is the future of MMA. He's a great fighter to watch. Very entertaining. I love watching fighters like that.
What do you think about his style?
That's a great question. I think John Jones has an excellent style. It's his own style, and he's not copying anyone. And I actually thought Machida was going to be I always knew Machida was going to be a very tough test for me because his style and styles make fights. And I achieved it. I figured, like, you know, when I fought Machida, I never wanted to fight a person like that. But then at the same time, like, you know what? That'll be a great test for me.
Yeah, John Jones is, to me, is kind of like a Sakuraba son. He comes in and he does crazy stuff and it works. He makes it work, you know. And everybody says, is this the new style that everybody's going to fight? No, because
people can't do it.
A lot of people can't do what he's doing, you know. He's got great timing, he's got that reach, he's got everything, you know. At this point in your career, what motivates you to fight? Is it cannot only be money, right? There's got to be still, I mean, sure you love money, but you hate to train, but there's always that love for fighting.
Well, people misunderstand me. I do not love money because I was brought up for the love of money is the root to all evil. But people don't really know that about me. People they hear me say stuff, but they don't feel what I say. You know, like, everybody needs money to make the world go around. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to brag on stuff what I do, but I'm actually putting my younger sister through college. You know what I'm saying? And she needs a car to drive to school. I want her to have things that I couldn't have. You know, I pay her tuition, her books. And my family is poor. My mom and my dad, I pay them money every month so they can. My mom got a car, my dad got a car, and they have houses. They want furniture. They want the kitchen redone. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of kids that need stuff. That's my motivation to fight.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't think I need any other motivation.
But there's still the love for fighting also, you know?
Well, honestly, I love fighting. The night of fight, I love that. I love fighting, but I don't love the training.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. So I don't love it, and I train more than I fight. So it's like I forget about.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I forget about the fight.
Did you ever think that after everything that happened in Japan, like after the Sakuraba fight, that whole thing, like you were in jail, you were in the newspaper, the cover of the Tokyo Post, I remember everything. I remember the conversation I had with you after the Sakuraba fight. I said, dude, you're something, man. You got something going on. Don't let this be a loss for you, you know, because you had to, they made you lose weight, like God knows how many pounds, like in one night, you know, and that was a great fight. And then from there, suddenly we're sitting here.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
They helped me out, like somebody, you know what I'm saying, like you or your caliber, telling me stuff like that. I appreciate you did that. That gave me the strength to like, oh man, you know, if Bas thinks that, you know, I can do something. I always looked up to you guys and stuff like that. And but I never thought that I never imagined that I could be in this career for this long. You never know, right? I just go for
unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and I count my blessings.
Yeah.
All the time. Like honestly, it's weird. I have like but you know, in Japan, you remember how it is in Japan. Like the fans will go crazy for you and everything, but then you come back home, and I come back home, and I wasn't as known, and I was so used to that. But at the same time, when I fought in UFC, when I fought Chuck Liddell, like overnight. My neighbors knew who I was. Before, like, living in Orange County, my neighbors didn't even know me, and my neighbors howling down the street like, old lady, howling at me. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Yeah. And so that is that's the only thing that's really, when I look back, I'm like, whoa, you know, I can't believe that I have fans like this. Because, you know, in Japan, you have fans, but you can't talk to them, you don't know. So it don't hit you as hard. They just wave at you, and they're kind of shy. But and then in America, like, people come up to you and talk to you, and then you hear their opinions and talk. And that's what I have to get used to now. I have to get used to the American fans and me going places and people actually recognizing me. Sometimes I call it like my Larry David moments. You ever watch that?
It's the best show.
It's the best show.
It's the best show.
I have those moments all the time.
Yeah. Crazy ass killer.
I'm gonna tell you my worst Larry David moment. I was in Beverly Hills seeing my agent not too long ago, and this guy in this Bentley look at me. I couldn't really see him. I wear contacts, but I don't wear them all the time. You know, I should wear them. And this white guy in this Bentley yelling at me, "What are you doing in Beverly Hills?" And you know, sometimes I get that type of stuff. Like people don't like. Sometimes people are not your fans, but they know you, right? And I said, "What?" He said, "What are you doing in Beverly Hills?" And then before I can even think, I said, "What, a black man can't be in Beverly Hills?" And I was with some other friends. They were like, "You friends with Mark Wahlberg?" I'm like, "No, why you ask me?" He said, "That was Mark Wahlberg."
But you still don't know, did he like it that you were in Beverly Hills?
Exactly. I think maybe he was joking. You know what I'm saying? After I think that maybe he was joking, because why would he do that? But it was a guy in the passenger seat with him. And I could see him. He was closer, and I was looking at him, and he was like, because he could tell I was upset. And I'm like, then later on, I found like, oh, there's another Larry David moment.
What you gonna do, brother? When the biggest pythons in MMA, one round on you, brother.
Inside MMA, live from the UFC 135 weigh-ins, Friday, September 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern on HDNet. Your home for MMA.